is a Los Angeles Lakers jersey. It's awesome, right? It's one of the few globally iconic brands. It's up there with like the Cowboys or Canadiens or Yankees, where the brand and the lineage are so prestigious that it would be a sin to make drastic changes to it. That's better, right? Is this necessary? What is the point of this? What does it add? Why does this need to be shoehorned in? Why are you like this? It's been teased for a while now that the Lakers were going to be bringing back their Showtime threads this season, and why not? Magic is at the helm, LeBron is in town, can't go wrong, right? But what gives me pause is when teams want to make alterations or modernizations to already legendary threads. If it ain't broke, don't break it. Clearly someone said, you know what would have made the Showtime Lakers better? If they looked more like the Knicks. Yeah, these are just rip-offs of the Knicks designs from the 2000s. Only, the Knicks have black in their logo. The Lakers do not! And this isn't even truly a Showtime jersey, right? I mean, I know obviously this isn't, but like the design that they came out with isn't truly a Showtime jersey because the numbers are yellow and not white. It's like someone went crazy with the paint bucket fill tool on Photoshop. I mean, it's like they're scared of the color white. Look out. Look out, look out, oh god, oh god, oh god! Now I love the Showtime Laker jerseys, and their legacy alone would probably earn it a 9.1. But this offensive attempt to improve on the unimprovable? That's better. Now there are going to be people who like this jersey, and if you do, more power to you. I mean, it's really only offensive to jersey purists like myself. But it does beg the question, is this the Lakers altering their past, or is it them keeping up with the present? Are we in the Black Age? No, I don't mean the Dark Age where everything sucks. I'd argue that was the 90s. I mean like literally the Black Age. I mean, every era or decade seems to have its own defining color palette. The 70s were all bright yellows and reds, an explosion of color in the era of disco. The 80s were more powder blue. Seemingly every baseball team had a powder blue or at least royal blue baseball jersey in their kit. And then there was the 90s, which was all purple and teal. I mean, I could make a drinking game out of how many purple and teal reviewable jerseys I could have on this show. The whole decade looks like a Rugrats title card, meaning it looked like baby puke. The new millennium didn't really have a defining characteristic, at least not noticeably. It's taken a while to officially formulate, but I think it's safe to say that now we are deep into the Black Age. Black is all over the NBA. 5 of the 6 confirmed NHL sweaters for next year are black-based. The NFL has its fair share. The only league where it isn't really that prevalent is the MLB, which is funny, because baseball used to be the drivers of change in the jersey world as America's pastime, but they've since relinquished that title to the more stylistically prolific NBA. It's hard to nail down when exactly this trend began. By my estimation, it began in 1993. Before that year, very few black jerseys existed. But the 90s were a time of experimentation, and by the time Generation Z hit, it really took off. So let's take a look. This is a map of black jerseys since 1993. I'm not counting teams that have had black jerseys forever, like the Steelers or Raiders or Spurs. I'm only counting teams that have made new black jerseys. The MLB actually started the trend. Since '93, 13 teams have introduced a black jersey. Of the 13, only 6 are still in use. But the MLB got the ball rolling. The NHL picked it up and ran with it. A few teams rebranded to incorporate more black, like the Coyotes and Sabres, and from there, 15 teams have created new black jerseys. The NFL has only had 7, which is still nearly a quarter of the league. But then we get to the NBA. Oh my god, basketball. So many black jerseys. 19 teams. Almost 2/3 of the NBA has had a black jersey, and you know what? 16 of them are still active. Look how recent they all are. And again, we're not even counting San Antonio, Miami, or Portland. The fact is, if you don't have a black jersey in the NBA, you're the minority. You're the weird one. The cool kids all pick on you on the playground and call your parents poor, then shove your head in a toilet. And we're not even getting into some of the other jerseys introduced this year, like women's sports, minor leagues, international jerseys, or college jerseys. If I did all those, I'd be here all day. So out of these 123 teams in all 4 leagues, 44% have introduced a new black jersey since 1993. 8.9% already had one pre-established in the color scheme. So more than half of sports has had a black jersey in my lifetime. 27% of them are still active, and that number could still grow before the start of the fall season. Sheesh. All of these leagues are connected in a way, which has helped perpetuate the movement. Majestic got it started with the MLB, but they've really scaled back because, well, it's summer and black is hot. But then CCM starts developing hockey sweaters, and they're eventually bought out by Reebok. Reebok also began league-wide manufacturing for the NFL in 2001, which coincides with the incorporation of black jerseys around the league. In 2005, Reebok was bought out by Adidas, which was already the primary provider for the NBA. Adidas now owned 3 of the big 4 American leagues. So what happened? We got black everywhere. In 2017, we finally saw some change. Adidas took over hockey fully from the CCM and Reebok division, while football and basketball were taken over by Nike. Under Armour was going to take over the MLB, but after failing to come to an agreement as to when, the MLB sold their manufacturing rights to, guess who? Nike. It all breaks down like this. Adidas really loves black jerseys, which is something that they adopted from Reebok. Nike kinda likes black jerseys, but they really only do it to keep with the times, and they've never really driven change to begin with. Under Armour hasn't really broken into the Big Four yet, but they were the ones that popularized gray jerseys in college basketball, which is now something that Nike is trying to piggyback off of. So we may be seeing more gray jerseys around these parts. There's a great article in Sports Illustrated where Michael Smith, Nike Basketball's product director for uniforms, said that schools used black jerseys as a means of edgy recruiting. But ADs started getting sick of them, saying they were too polarizing. That's not our team, they'd say. We don't want to see black. They also wanted to sidestep rules saying home teams have to wear a light color. So they started transitioning to gray, which was still considered edgy and different, but more within the safe zone. Which is funny because gray jerseys always look like hot garbage. Like, listen to this. They want to present a wide array of grays, from graphite to anthracite. We can get pretty creative with our names, laughed Adam Clement from Under Armour. Oh yeah, I want me one of these.
Then he says he wants to tie in the gray to something representative to the school or region, like clouds or the New York City skyline.
Okay, first, clouds. Clouds aren't distinctive. Who makes designs from clouds? Who makes designs from clouds? Second, New York City? It's pretty ugly, alright? I'm from New York. It is a monotonous gray behemoth where everyone is angry. Angry at you. Angry at you for being in their way and clogging the sidewalk because you're too busy gawking at the skyline, you simple tourist ignoramus. I think this is my favorite one. Nike says that they made gray jerseys for Tennessee because of the Smoky Mountains, alright? So, I've never been to Tennessee. I don't know what the Smoky Mountains look like, so you know what? Let's do a Google search. Well, this is beautiful. So then why are these gray? They should be exploding with color. Did you just hear the name Smoky Mountains and you went, oh, smoke is gray, so here we go, dark gray jerseys. There's no point! In case it isn't abundantly clear, I've yet to stumble onto a gray jersey I really like. The best ones are average at best, yet they continue to permeate sports, particularly basketball. I'm hoping if the 2010s were the black age, the 2020s bypass gray entirely and move into something that's way more interesting. The team with the most potential for a sick alternate jersey is probably the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, how dope would an alternate jersey with their shade of gold or red or even that weird murky green color be? But they don't have one yet. You know, they're just gray. Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights. Gold. Gold!